Hello, everyone. Hope you are doing well and having a good start to the week. Well, this Thanksgiving 2021, could be the most expensive meal in the history of the holiday. So, if you haven't already, you need to go ahead and get that turkey, go out and get that other stuff, all the trimmings that go with it, your pumpkin, cranberry sauce, all the seasoning like the vanilla flavorings, all the ingredients that you use to bake things. And because A, the longer you wait, you may not be able to find it or have less of a variety to choose from. And B, the price is just going to keep going up. It seems like every week here. This article was talking about this, and it says that was talking to an executive chef in Arkansas. He said he's paying 20% more this month than he did last year for the 25 pasture raised turkeys that he plans to roast at his restaurant in Arkansas. Another director of sweet potato sales for Wada Farms in Raleigh, North Carolina, is paying truckers nearly twice as much as usual to haul the crop to other parts of the country. He said, "I've never seen anything like it, and I've been running sweet potatoes for 38 or 39 years. I don't know what the answer is, but in the end, it's all going to get passed on to the consumer." Well, of course it is. You and I will be paying more for that as well. Like the elites can dine on the turkey, the best turkey, but you serfs, you middle class, lowlifes, might get a hen, we'll throw some bread your way. Maybe a small chicken breast will do for you. How about that? You know, so that's the way it sounds, at least, right? Nearly every component of the traditional American Thanksgiving dinner, from aluminum turkey roasting pans to the coffee to the pie and the ingredients, are going to cost more this year. Not a huge surprise, though. And major food companies like Nestle, Procter and Gamble have already warned consumers to brace for more price increases. Yeah, just keep sticking us. Yeah, just keep sticking it to us. Let's see. This is an interesting article. It says that there is no single culprit. Right, right. The nation's food supply has been battered by a knotted supply chain. I think it's more than knotted. High transportation expenses, labor shortages, of course, trade policies. I mean, there's a trend here, isn't it? Anyway, the next thing. In September, consumer price index for food was up 4.6% from a year ago. Prices of meat, poultry, fish, and eggs soared 10.5%. Seems like it's a lot more than that, actually, when you go to the store. Like us regular folks, we go to the store for ourselves and buy stuff, food. But seems like a year ago, a lot of things were a lot cheaper, including gasoline. So certainly a trend here. Let's see. For many cooks, the biggest expense, though, will be the turkey. So let's see. Analysts say prices per pound will likely surpass the record Department of Agriculture benchmark for price of turkeys, which was $1.36 per pound set in 2015. So we'll definitely go way above that. Turkey's more expensive largely because of the price of corn, which most commercial turkeys feed on, and more than doubled in some parts of the country from July of 2020 to July 2021. Of course, Kroger executives are anticipating more of what marketers call premiumization. Premiumization, what in the heck? Who makes up these words? The premiumization of Thanksgiving ingredients, with many cooks shopping for turkeys that are fresh, organic, free range, or processed in ways that elevate them beyond the inexpensive frozen bird. So, if you're like us serfs, you may find a frozen bird out there somewhere. If you're lucky, you'll be paying more for that too. So, still, plenty of households will be looking for bargain turkeys and trying to stretch their food budget. Yeah, like most of us, right? Packaged dinner rolls, you say, well, I'll just buy more dinner rolls. We'll fill up on that. Packaged dinner rolls will be pricier because of the cost of almost all the ingredients that commercial bakers use has gone up. Canned cranberry sauce will also cost more because domestic steel plants have yet to catch up after the pandemic shutdowns. What a crock of what kind of okay, can't say the word. And China is limiting steel production to reduce carbon emissions. As a result, steel prices have remained more than 200% higher than they were before the pandemic. We haven't even talked about gasoline. Even basic materials like wooden pallets and cardboard containers that farmers need to get their crops from the fields to distributors are either hard to find or much more expensive. Of course they are. We're paying more on a lot of things, right? That is for sure. So definitely get your stuff now while you can. If you haven't already, hopefully most of us have. I know Mrs. Dog and I are trying to do this. We bought some canned pumpkin over the weekend, and they had it in stock. Not a whole lot, but they had some in stock there. I saw a little bit out of, I was looking at Zero Hedge, and they had a little article. The Bank of America has put trackers on inflation since May, June. And you know how they were talking about transitory inflation. You know, it's going to be temporary. What a bunch of load of, a bunch of load of BS. But they've proven with these trackers that transitory and non-transitory sticky inflation is at an all-time high since it's been tracked since 1995, of course. No surprise there. You know, they use these words like transitory, non-transitory. Stuff's high. It's just inflation. It just keeps going up, and it will keep going up. So we need to try to prepare for that. Well, more good news. I know, I'm full of good news today. So I just ran across this. Chicago poised to create one of the nation's largest guaranteed basic income programs. Universal basic income lead up here, I guess, is what you could call it. But Chicago City Council is poised to vote this week on what would be one of the nation's largest basic income programs, giving 5,000 low-income households $500 per month, each using federal funding from the pandemic stimulus package enacted this year. So who's paying for that, huh? Yes, you're right. And let's see, it'd be a 1-year pilot program, and it didn't say how they would choose who's going to get this, but would this solve problems in Chicago with poverty and crime? No, of course it wouldn't. Of course it wouldn't. And then it said something about, this was interesting. Alaska, and maybe I've heard of this, but it says that Alaska has a nearly 40-year-old permanent fund dividend. And I know some of you watch from Alaska, so maybe you can chime in on this. But anyway, a 40-year-old permanent fund dividend that guarantees its residents an average of $1,600 in an annual lump payment. The fund consists of offshore oil lease royalties paid to the state. So I thought that was interesting. I don't really know all the details there or really much about that, but I wanted to share that because it sounded interesting. It sounded a little different from the Chicago thing. But it did say also that there are other cities. I mean, there are some cities in California that do this as well. It's really something. It's like they're setting up for universal basic income. But the problem with that is that, as you can imagine, I mean, it sounds nice. Oh, I'm going to get X number of dollars a month. But how is stuff going to get done? I mean, and then I've heard people say, well, dog, I mean, robots are going to just take this stuff. Robots are going to deliver everything for us. I mean, don't have to worry about it. Okay, but Somebody has to work on the robots. Somebody has to program them, build them. Somebody has to still deliver things. Truck drivers, package your stuff. I mean, maybe robots will eventually do that somewhere down in the future later, but no, not happening. I mean, realistically, come on. So, share your thoughts on this, and what do you think about it? What are you doing to try to hedge all this inflation, especially holidays coming right up? Be here before you know it, and let me know what you think, what you're doing out there, and I appreciate you guys watching. I really appreciate all the comments. They're really helpful. Please continue. And if you have tips to share with others, please continue to do that. It's very helpful. We read them all. Mrs. Dog reads all the comments. She even reads the threads down there. And every now and then she chimes in on them if you can catch that. But anyway, take care. Have a good rest of the day. God bless you. And I will see you soon.